Hey y'all, greetings from Vegas again. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 17, or part 2 of the Aspen trip. Now, my schedule today is insane. This is my last day in Vegas. Right now, it is 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm filming Pop Roast at 9, and then I have to check out this hotel at 11. My flight is at 3:30. Pray for me. But anyway, let's get into this episode because I'm going to cover Beverly Hills wherever I am. So it's the following day after the blow up and unfair bullying of Sutton the previous evening. We're at Kyle's place now. It's her, Lisa Rinna, and Kyle's complaining about her sister Kathy. Now, what is she complaining about? Her slippers that she decided to wear at the airport. She's like, how dare Kathy's rich ass wear these pedestrian slippers in public? Like, God forbid. Kyle, people are dying. So of course now they're talking about the previous evening, what all went down. Yeah, it seems like they're making excuses for racist Diana. They're saying, oh, she was under a lot of stress and all the rage came out. So then we see Erika come upstairs to join the conversation. Yep, 3 of the Fox Force 4 showing no empathy for Sutton. Kyle is saying she doesn't understand Sutton. She says one-on-one, she's lovely. But in the group, and they all agree with her on this, they say she does a 180. And then Kyle has the audacity to call Sutton a mean girl because she decided to unfollow Erika. It's just the hypocrisy that gets on my nerves. Like, Kyle is a mean girl. The whole 3 of them sitting there talking about Sutton is mean girl behavior. Like, she's the one that always pushes the dialogue to throw Sutton under the bus. You got Queen Regina George of Beverly Hills trying to call somebody a mean girl. Kyle, get the hell out of here. So meanwhile, we're with Sutton, Garcelle, and Cherie riding in the van. It looks like it's about to be very awkward because they're picking up Erika. And of course, they're talking about the previous night too. Sutton seems to be fine right now. She just wants to have fun. But Kyle has other plans for her. I'm sure they're going to throw her under the bus yet again. So it looks like the activity for the day is skiing. We're back at Kyle's. Everyone is ready except for Kathy. So Kyle goes to check on her. She is still knocked out in bed. I just can't believe Kyle has Kathy Hilton, her own sister, sleeping in a bunk bed. So Kathy is up, but the first thing she's worried about are her accommodations and where to hang up her clothes. Now, why can't she just be like Diana and just get her own place and just have her own staff at her beck and call? Wow. So we find out from this scene from Kyle telling Kathy that Dorit, in the middle of the night, decided to go to Diana's. Now, Dorit was staying with the other ladies, and she said she just didn't feel comfortable there. Dorit ain't S. It's too early in the video, but she really ain't S. We then get a flashback of Dorit talking to Kyle. Kyle, I had no choice. I was so uncomfortable. She's such a follower. Lord, I want to curse so bad in the beginning of this video. I need a Patreon exclusive for this one. We all saw in the last episode how bomb that rental was. It was nicer than Kyle's place. But Dorit wants to leave in the middle of the night to share a room at Diana's hotel because she felt unsafe. Okay, that chip heifer can go next season or at least be demoted to friend. Kyle is really stuck on those slippers that Kathy Hilton decided to bring. Like, she's threatening to throw them in the trash. Yeah, so this is going to be super awkward. So it's only half the ladies that's going skiing. I believe it's Kyle, Rinna, Crystal, and Dorit. I'm guessing the rest of the ladies are going to be doing something else, but now Erika is going to be joining Garcelle and Sutton and Cherie. So we're with the group of ladies that are going skiing. I totally forgot about Diana. They're picking her up. Why are they greeting her like that? Like, they actually applauded her as she got into the van. Of course, they're talking about the previous evening because Kyle brought it up. And Diana is proud of herself. What a bitch. And then we see them all laughing at the fact that Erika's going to be stuck with the other girls snowmobiling. So then we cut to the second van and it is silent. You can hear a rat piss on cotton. I'm honestly not sure why Erika agreed to this given the events that happened the previous evening. So the first set of ladies get to their activity, which is snowmobiling. The tension's a little bit easier now that they're actually doing something. And yeah, we just see them driving around. Garcelle is me. I always think the worst thing will happen. Like, what if this thing flips over? Like, what if it blows up? Etc. So now we're with Crystal and the other mean girls, plus Mauricio going skiing. I personally would have chose snowmobiling. Skiing does not look fun. It looks very dangerous. What if I run into a tree? What if I break my legs, fall down a mountain, an avalanche? There's just too many cons. Oh, okay, these ladies know how to ski. All right. They are swerving around these mountains like pros. Ooh, correction. Everyone is pros except for Dorit. She just came to show off her Fendi outfit as we see her crash into the snow. Okay, so here we go. So both groups have finished their activities and they're each sitting down, and I'm sure to talk about mess. Of course, Kyle in the first group is worried about what the other ladies are doing. Kyle, mind your business. Can she take off the producer hat just for one scene? One scene. So we're with the second group of ladies, and Sutton is just talking about how vicious Diana was and how she doesn't care what she has to say. We cut to Garcelle's confessional, and she's like, if I was Sutton, I would never talk to Diana ever again. If I was Sutton, me and Diana would have fought that night. Because literally, Sutton didn't do her anything. Like, she started it as a joke by calling her, see you next Tuesday, and then just unleashed on her in front of everybody. And it was crickets, with the exception of Garcelle. And of course, Erika's at the table defending Diana's actions, saying, look, this is just where she is right now. If I was Sutton, I'd be like, nah, fuck that. So Erika tells Sutton there's something in her apologies that don't come off authentic to people. One of the most inauthentic people telling her this. Garcelle asks Sutton, well, Diana's gonna be at dinner. What are you gonna do? And she says she's just gonna sit as far away from her as possible. Like, she'll sit next to Erika. And for this one scene again, we see Sutton and Erika getting along. So I don't get what changes when they're around the group. But maybe it's Kyle because she keeps stirring shit up. At least the tension is gone temporarily. I mean, Garcelle did tell Erika to her face that we ain't gotta be friends. But yet, they still talking and cordial. So next scene is later in the evening. All the ladies are getting dressed for dinner. I'm ready for the blow up. I want to hear about these stolen diamond earrings. Side note, let me just get this out the way. A lot of you have been saying Cherie hasn't been bringing it like we thought she would. And I gotta agree. Like, so far, like, she's been in maybe like 6 or so episodes. She's not bringing a presence that I wanted. You know, it looks like she's trying to actually befriend the Fox Force 4 rather than being on the winning team. I don't know. Like, now, I don't really care if she comes back next season or not. Kind of disappointed, but hey, there's still a few more episodes to go, so we'll see. So now we have Crystal talking to Garcelle, and in another scene we have Erika talking to Kyle, and they're going over each other's day. Both perspectives from Erika and Garcelle. They're telling each of the ladies that the day was peaceful and cordial. And even though Garcelle expressed her interest in not being friends with Erika, she was still mature about the situation and still talking to her. But now the topic between Crystal and Garcelle changes to Erika and this earring situation. Like, it's everywhere, yet no one is talking about it. Both of them think that if Erika knows that these earrings were bought with victims' money, then she should have no issue turning them in. But it's Erika. She doesn't have any empathy or sympathy for the victim. She only cares about herself, which we'll find out later in the episode. Now Garcelle asking, is she wearing them? Because I keep staring at her ears. I'm really curious as to how Garcelle's going to bring this up at dinner, especially because she's not friends with Erika, so why should she care? That's right, I'm being objective with Garcelle, but I'm thinking she needs to tell Erika that, oh, by the way, on the show, we're talking about your earring situation, so I'm just giving you a heads up. So I'm thinking that's how she's going to bring it up. Why is Sutton having such issue getting into this van? Oh my God. I'm guessing with those weak knock-kneed Mr. Peanut legs, she got to be careful. So ladies all arrive at dinner. I swear every time I see Diana, like my face just flinches like a garbage truck passed near me. I just can't stand the sight of her. She's just such an uninteresting and unlikable person. Lord. And yes, I forgot to mention this, y'all, that she gave a donation to the victims to the tune of $100,000 right before this episode aired. Like, I applaud her for the donation, but she's still a piece of shit. So the topic amongst the table is labels, and Kathy Hilton brings up how she has stored in the Waldorf Astoria in one of the buildings her archive of different pieces. So then this motivates Erika to talk about all the things that she found while she was moving. We cut to Garcelle's confession. She's saying, this isn't a good look for you to be talking about expensive items that you own right now. Erika still has this delusion about not being aware of her circumstances right now. Literally, your lifestyle was funded off the backs of victims. Like, is this even alleged anymore, or is it just a fact? But then she keeps going on about these expensive items that she has. I'm guessing this is a perfect opportunity for Garcelle to ask her about the earrings. Ooh, and there she goes, slick ass producer Garcelle. So what does $750,000 earrings look like? Erika's like, oh, you mean 1.3 million? And yeah, that's what I was thinking. So separately, they're worth $750K, I believe. And together, they're worth over 1.3. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. Okay, so now we're talking about the earrings. And Garcelle's like, don't you want to just give them away? Erika's like, that's for the court to decide. If their rule is not for me to keep, then I'll gladly give them away. And I'm thinking to Garcelle's point is, if you know that these earrings are stolen, why keep them? Like, why even have people bring you to court over them? Just hand them over. According to Erika, this is a legal fight, and it's above her now. She didn't sign no checks. She didn't do nothing. She didn't steal anything. But yes, your husband stole them and gave them to you. Like, if someone bought me a stolen car, why would I want to keep that if I knew it was stolen? So the whole table is now looking at Garcelle and Erika talking. Like, they really are having an intense conversation for two people that aren't friends. So yeah, everyone's looking at them. Then Garcelle asks Erika, how do you separate the morality from the situation? Because I couldn't do it. This is very disturbing hearing how she feels. Like, this is the real Erika. Did she have a couple of cocktails, and did Garcelle know this? Because it definitely is truth serum for Erika. She basically don't give a fuck if they're stolen. She's leaving it up to the court to determine whether they were stolen or not. We cut to Garcelle's confession. She says she's so taken aback by Erika's answer, she doesn't even want to give her a heads up about her talking about it on the real. So thankfully there's no blow up from this conversation and they move on. So then we see Kyle poking fun at Kathy for using a shopping bag as a purse at the table. Kathy's excuse is she didn't want to bring her purses because they were too dressy for the situation. Too dressy? Have you seen these women, Kathy? Kathy's a nut. And I've accepted that. Y'all have accepted that. Why can't Kyle? If Kathy is happy with her satchel-looking shopping bag and using it as a purse, then let her. I kind of see why Kim and Kathy don't be fucking with Kyle like that, because Kyle likes to rag on them every chance she gets, especially in front of other ladies. So now dinner is over with, and the ladies are all meeting at the rental where the other half of the ladies are staying. We see they are getting very relaxed, like some of them are getting into their pajamas. Lisa Rinna is handing out edibles, and I don't know why on these franchises that the housewives are just so, ooh, edibles. Like, I feel like Eva is the first one, I think, who just like, okay, smoking pot, what else? What else is going on? Like, it's just edibles. I don't know why Sheree acting like she never had pot before. So then we see Kathy Hilton trying to hawk her daughter's tequila that she's an investor in. And I feel like everyone just shut her down immediately. Like, especially her own sister, Kyle. Kyle interrupted her as she was talking, just laughing. I really think she sees her sister as a joke. Rinna and Erika are like, no, we don't want tequila. Erika doesn't want any because she can't control her drinking. Sutton says she doesn't want any, but in a polite way, and just say she only does vodka. And I just feel bad for Kathy. Like, she's just sitting there with that bottle of tequila just pouting. And then Messy Production lets us know that she was trying to hawk this tequila in an earlier episode. They could have just obliged with Kathy to have a good time. I just thought it was a little bit rude how they just shut her down in that moment. But anyway, we see Garcelle talking to racist Diana and Dorit about Erika's $750,000 earrings. I guess they want to know what was said at dinner, and executive producer Garcelle has no problem telling them. Wait a minute, so we cut to Diana's confessional, and she's like, well, everyone's talking about the stolen earrings. Why don't you put your money where your mouth is and help the victims? That makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. And now I'm seeing why she made this calculated donation in the first place before this episode began. Just because Garcelle has an opinion on it doesn't mean she needs to use her own money. She didn't steal from the victims. Like, those are Erika's earrings that are in her possession that was bought with stolen money. It's not alleged, it's a fact. It was bought with stolen money. So why is it anybody else's responsibility in the cast to make it right? She is one stupid, y'all feeling the word for me, because it's not gonna be nice. So what Garcelle does, instead of talking behind Erika's back, she invites her over for the conversation. And that is how the shit starts. I actually respect Garcelle for inviting her into conversation just so her words won't be twisted, because you know Diana and Dorit was going to go straight to Erika. So as Garcelle is informing Erika what they've been talking about, Erika actually doubles down and says she's not going to do nothing that the law doesn't require her to do. She might as well just say, fuck them victims. I don't give a fuck what they're going through. Crystal then asks Erika, well, is there anything you want to do outside of the law? Erika's like, absolutely not. The looks on all the other ladies' faces as she says that speaks volumes. Crystal then says, I would just give the earrings up. And then Erika immediately says, why, just to look good? They're like, no, because they have compassion for the victims of your husband. There's like a miscommunication going on right now between Garcelle and Crystal and Erika. So then Garcelle tells her, I feel like you don't have compassion because if you do show compassion, then that means you look guilty. So then Erika says, but I'm not guilty. I'm not. Why would I need to show compassion when I'm not guilty? She's not getting it at all. So then Crystal says it's a matter of making the victims whole again, and whatever about that statement has triggered Erika, the real Erika. She's saying that the victims will be made whole in a court of law, not in the public opinion. Crystal's like, we're not talking about public opinion. Erika's like, yeah, you are! All right, so it looks like it's Crystal's turn to get her head bitten off by Erika, but hopefully she stands her ground. Someone needs to take Erika's drink out of her hand. The law matters. The law matters. So as Erika is yelling at Crystal right now, you have the other four of the ladies on the couch. They're just listening right now, putting their head in their hands because they know Erika is not making herself look good right now. Garcelle called in a couple last episodes. She don't need to make her look bad. She's making herself look bad. I think Sutton is just happy that it's not her in this scene for once. So now Erika and Crystal are going back and forth now, and I'm really proud of Crystal in this moment. She's actually standing her ground and saying, well, there's the facts. Like, let's get real. Erika did not like that from Crystal. And she's like, oh yeah, let's get real with the facts. What's your facts? Cite them. Cite them. So then Crystal says, well, there are people who are dead, and there was money stolen from them. And Erika's like, not true. What? It's a class action lawsuit. It's available for everybody to see. Like, why would she think the victims are lying? Lord have mercy. And then they got Erika on camera saying it is not an issue of criminal liability. Are you serious? Like, she's involved in a civil matter, but her husband is definitely a criminal matter. Side note, I did catch shady production when Lisa was talking about we can all have the edibles and Doritos. As soon as she said Doritos, cameraman zoomed right in on Dorit. They knew what they were doing. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Like, she keeps talking. Y'all, ladies of the Fox Force 4, come get your girl. She's talking about the potential victims. Y'all in the chat who love Erika Jayne, this y'all girl. This is who y'all cape for every week. Please defend this. Garcelle, she's just giving Erika enough rope to hang herself. That smirk on Garcelle's face, okay. Potential victims, all right. And she just looks back at Crystal. All right. So now the camera's on Kyle and them, and Kyle's like, I really don't like what Erika's saying right now. Oh, really? So you gonna say something or no? Because you do like to intervene, but usually when it pertains to Sutton. So then we get to Crystal saying, I think of the victims a lot. Erika says, I don't care about anybody but me. She said that with her whole chest. I don't think she's under the influence. I think that is the real her, and that's how she really feels. For real, after she said, I don't give a fuck about anybody else but me, I would have been like, I rest my case. Ain't nothing else to talk about. So then Garcelle tries to clarify from Erika, you do believe there's victims, right? And Erika says that's for the courts to decide. So now, like, she's out of pocket right now. So Kyle finally steps in and says, no one thinks you're involved in this, but I thought it was a given that there are victims because of Tom. Erika still double downs and says that is all caught up in litigation if there are victims or not. And then Kyle just like, well, okay, but for right now, can we just have some sympathy for the victims? Erika then looks Kyle directly in her face saying, the only person you should be concerned for is me. The look on Garcelle's face. I am Garcelle. What is Kyle gonna say now? Because that's your friend. Like, you can see the horns on Erika's head when she said that statement. And all the Fox Force 4 ladies know she is digging a deeper hole for herself. You even hear Dorit saying, honey, Just take a deep breath. Erika goes off on her. I don't need to take a deep breath. She means what she says and she's saying what she means. Keep letting her talk. They know what she's saying is some bullshit and is foul, but yet they'll attack Sutton at the drop of a dime. But yet they're handling Erika with kid gloves right now. Even the racist lip licker is quiet. Ooh, and now we have a Kyle versus Erika? All right. I mean, finally Kyle is saying something. Look, she's a snake, but what's right is right. And she's trying to tell Erika, girl, have some compassion. And she's saying everything, but girl, you are on camera right now. Shut the fuck up. So as Kyle is cursing right now, you have Kathy telling her, Kyle, stop cursing. She is so annoyed with Kathy. You can just see it on her face. Erika doesn't give a shit, and Kyle keeps telling her, don't say that. Don't say that. Child, the Fox Force 4 is on DEFCON 5 right now. They're like, we need to get her out of here. We need to get her out of here. She needs to stop talking. They all know that she's saying some bullshit right now. This is who Erika is. This is who she's always been. And she keeps saying she don't give a fuck about the victim. She don't even call herself a victim. She says, I am a wife in ruins. Girl, you don't know the first thing about being broke right now. You still living a lavish lifestyle. Chill out. Ain't nobody need to feel sorry for you. Erika's attorneys are probably typing up their resignation letters as this episode aired. So Lisa Rinna's trying to put her foot down right now and trying to end the conversation, get Erika out of there. The racist lip licker, like she's in on it too. You see how they all come into Erika's defense? But yet it's a problem if Garcelle comes to Sutton's defense. I don't like the double standard, the hypocrisy. They're protecting her like they always do. Erika is still saying, but I'm right, I'm right. She's giving an air of 45 right now. And as Erika's friends trying to usher her out, she keep talking. She just keep talking, trying to make me feel bad. Let it get handled in the courts. Why I gotta go? I can stay all night and fight with these bitches. Ooh, it is tense right now. And the last thing you hear from Erika is, what about the facts? It is just silence in the room. And here goes Sutton saying, well, I really wanted to play shuffleboard. And that is where the episode ends, y'all. Very explosive episode in the Aspen saga, and there's more. And next week, we see Kathy Hilton and Kyle will be going at it. And I hear it's because of tequila. Kendall Jenner's tequila, or whatever Kardashian is financing it. But yeah, that was a good-ass episode. I would say a little bit more, y'all, but I'm 10 minutes past my checkout time. Please let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I thought it was great. Producer Garcelle, hand claps. She got that whole scene out of Erika. Just like how Kyle liked to get those scenes out of Sutton, I'm glad Garcelle gave them a taste of their own medicine. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna head out. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.